This is another C programming tutorial. If you haven't seen the first one yet, I'll leave a link in the description, and there also will be an annotation at the top of the screen. The first thing you're going to want to do is the same thing you did last time. Go to Language in Notepad++, C, and click C. Okay, and the difference, we're going to add some more complexities to this one. We're going to add in numbers, and we're going to get the value of those numbers from the user. But it'll start the same way with a comment that includes your name and the purpose of the program. So go ahead and do that. Purpose. I'm going to put the purpose as obtaining user input, adding and subtracting. And then you always need to make sure that you end your comment properly. And then preprocessor directive. We're using the same one as last time. So number sign include space and then put stdio.h inside of greater than and less than signs. And then declare your main function. Void inside of the parentheses, enter, curly bracket, enter. And now we can start doing the interesting part. So you always want to declare your variables first so your program it doesn't appear messy, and you want to give them nice and simple names. I'm going to name mine integer 1, integer 2, and integer answer for this. To do that, you type int 1, and you always want to put a semicolon after things in your main function. So int 1 semicolon, int 2 semicolon, int answer semicolon. And you also want to add a comment above that that says declares variables. Okay, now we can move on to prompting the user to input the values and put the programming in there that obtains the values from the user. So put a comment that says prompt, and you're going to use the printf statement. So printf parentheses quotation, and inside the quotations enter first number for addition and subtraction. Put a colon and then put a slash t. The slash t is going to move the cursor over so your program looks a lot neater, and rather than the input that they put in being right beside the prompt. Put a semicolon after your prompt, and then we'll move on to the part that'll actually get the user input. So this is a new statement. It's called scanf. This obtains user input. That's what it's made for. So type scanf parentheses quotation marks %d. %d tells the computer that it's an integer and it's what like what exact values it can obtain. And then put a comma and ampersand. This is where you put the variable that you want the value the user inputs to go to. So I want the first one to go to 1, so I'll type in 1. And then go out of that and make sure you have a semicolon. And go ahead and comment. Obtains user's value. And we'll move on to obtaining the second number. Just do the same thing. So you can actually just copy and paste this if you want. And then just change what's after the ampersand to 2. But you need to make sure you change it. Okay, the last part you can do in 2 different ways. I'll show you both ways. You can either do the addition and subtraction outside of the prompt or in the prompt statement. For outside, you would just simply type answer equals 1 plus 2. And then semicolon. That's it. That's all you have to do to get the answer. Put a comment that says get some. And then go ahead and put some prompt that'll tell the users what the answer is. So prompt print f parentheses quotation marks and the sum is %d, and yet again %d is going to be where the answer is printing. You go over, put comma, and then you tell the program which integer in the program it is printing, so you'll type answer and then semicolon, and that'll print the answer right there. And then for subtraction, you can just go ahead and type answer again equals 1 minus 2, and that'll give it a brand new value of the difference between those. Gets difference, enter. So that'll get you the difference of 1 and 2. And do the same thing you did last time. Prompt print f parentheses quotations, the difference is %d comma answer semicolon. And there you have it. That should get you the sum and the difference. And of course, before you test that, you're going to want to add a /n in both of the answers of the difference and the sum. And let's test it now. Okay, it worked, so now I'll show you the other way you can print the sum and the difference. For this way, you don't even need the integer answer, so you can go ahead and delete that. Because we're going to do the math right in the prompt, and then where you have answer written, the first one, you can go ahead and type 1 plus 2. And then the second one, 1 minus 2. And that's it. It should work now. And it works perfectly, so that's awesome. Thank you for watching another one of my videos. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. The instructions will also be in the description.